Michael Manley I knew would not have liked it. The one I knew would have seen it as hypocritical. Strongly about it as I think he would have felt about it. Let me tell you why. Here it is, you have what is tantamount to a civil war in the 1970s. Okay. Ideologically, Manley and Seaga could not be further apart. But what a lot of people don't know, that at a personal level, they didn't talk to each other. After that promise Seaga made about the voting list and he would not have any more elections, whatever, and he did not keep his promise, I don't think they ever spoke at all. My memory of it is that he spoke to Seaga when Seaga was Prime Minister through Hugh Shearer. If he wanted to say anything to Seaga, he would say it to Shearer to take a message to Seaga. And Shearer was fine with that role, and that's how they, quote-unquote, communicated. So short answer to your question is, I think he would have been nauseated by it. And I'm nauseated by it because if you are really authentic about unity, you don't just put the two-man opposing people on a currency note. You start a process at a grassroots level. And you say, this is about truth, reconciliation, whatever you have to call it. And then maybe after a while and the conversations that take place and people get to listen to each other, because right now it's very hard. The two tribes cannot listen to each other. Then you could get to a stage where you say, oh, time now. You know, the Michael Manley, I knew. I don't know what he was like in his fifth marriage. I can only speak for my marriage to him. Would not have liked it. The one I knew would have seen it as hypocritical and inauthentic. Those are the two words that come to mind. Remember, this thing was tried with Bob Marley, you know? I was sitting there, live. The tension in place, tension plus excitement plus exhilaration, you know, and the two men go on stage. I would say reluctantly. Certainly for Michael it was reluctant. And he put the hands together. So what? So what? You don't have that top-down thing. You have to have a thing on the ground, and then it takes Jamaica even further along the way and so on. I'd be interested to know how Mitzi and her children feel about this. Because although we were in opposing camps, we do have a relationship. I haven't spoken to her, but I don't want to go any further with it. I have to just say that Sarah and Natasha have put a statement on Facebook.
So Mr. Shearer was the postman between Michael and Eddie.
Oh, give him a bigger title than that.
Oh, no.
I don't know how he did what he did, but he did. Because he and Michael got on very well.
I know. I know. But if I'm not mistaken, I think it was under the PNP government that the $5,000 note came out with Shearer on it.
I think so.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes. And there was no problem.
Well, there's
no problem at all. Right.
It's just silly. It's like little boys playing games, you know. I think it's just such a pity. And that the Bank of Jamaica, they should have been dragged into it. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it's their idea. I don't know. It's an independent bank. You know, into this kind of drama. And there's so many things that are happening in the country today, you see, let me tell you. After what? Almost 50 years of what we call struggle. And advocating on behalf of the most marginalized in Jamaica. That's what the PNP was founded for. If you look at our founding documents, that's what it says. We are here through an alliance of classes to cater to the most marginalized in the society. And 50 years later, a number of people are still marginalized. I don't even know, because I haven't heard a government person put it out that kind of stark way to say, look, we're going to have a food security problem, we're going to have no matter how bad things are now, we're going to have to face some other realities, and we can get through it. But somebody has to be leading this and caring.
If a new $2,000 note is needed, that is fine. Put Mr. Seaga on the $2,000 note. But leave Michael Manley on the $1,000 note.
they agree with Mark Golding's position.
I am all for putting Eddie Seaga on any bill.
Okay. Okay.
Any bill.
Okay.
Who the government has that right, they can put him on a bill, $50,000 bill, any bill.
Yes.
But you know, Michael is already on the $1,000 bill. Leave that. Maybe later on, depending on how we decide to heal as a nation,
Right.
they can come together.
Right.
Maybe 4 people can come together. I don't know.
Yes.
It's not a bother for me there, but it's just the lack of consultancy, the lack of even just picking up a phone and saying to Mark Golding, we're planning to this. Can you come back to us so you could at least talk to these people about it?
Right.
While you're doing that, we're going to be talking to the family. Just something, but I happen to be watching, you know, that
Yes.
when Nigel announced it. Unfortunately, a friend was here with me. And it always was like, ah!
Okay, so you were knowing about it.
Didn't have a clue, and not that I think I
Just
have a
it-
right
right.
to have
Understood.
a clue. Let me make that
Understood.
very clear.
Understood.
And then last night somebody called to tell me that it was going the rounds in JLP circles in Montego Bay. That I was the one.
So right now, them accuse this man of them accuse this man of defrauding over 250,000 from bank, remanded. A man who is accused of defrauding more than 250,000 from a bank in the corporate area recently will have to wait in police custody for a month to learn if he will be granted bail. Peter Fowling, who is charged with simple larceny and uttering forged documents, appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Friday, according to the alleged. Against him, Fowler went to the corporate area-based financial institute where he lodged several checks over a period. He subsequently withdrew a total of $253,000. The activities were flagged as suspicious, and a probe was subsequently lodged by the bank, which later noticed the police. Following the complete of intense investigation, Fowler was arrested and charged. The case file remains incomplete and the matter adjourned until April.